surprises me. I think, coming into the season, that's one area that we all thought we could be really good at. And, we've had some hiccups here and there. But overall, I think, that can be a real identity of this team. It's a great defensive team. So, we got to continue to get better and, most importantly, be consistent.
Steve, you had early in the year, you had this idea of a top 10 defense. So you must have had some thoughts on how it would work out. As you see him now, did anything kind of defensively surprise you? Anything come out of nowhere you probably didn't expect to work so well that did?
Not really, Marcus. I mean, this is why I expected us to be a top 10 defense, because we have the capability. We have, I think, the best defender in the league in Draymond, a guy who can guard 1 through 5 and also orchestrate the whole team as he's doing it. And we're filled with, athletic guys, length. So we have the capability, and I think we're really showing it. I believe we're now top 10 from an efficiency standpoint. And obviously we're excited to get James back. It'll change the look. But, as James continues to grow, we should only be better defensively with his athleticism and length. So it's exciting, and it's, I think, probably the main focus this year is really trying to return to being a premier defensive team, because that can set us up to be competitive at an elite level, not only this year but beyond. So that's the focus.
Juan, as a guy who made his bones playing defense, being gritty and grindy, what do you like about this Warriors defense and what you guys have been able to build? Por favor, responde en español.
Serious? I think we're capable of being, one of the best defensive teams in the league. We got a bunch of guys who are very versatile. We can switch a lot of things. We got a lot of athletes on this team, and we got guys who like to defend. So, it's 72 games, and I'm learning, that's a lot of games to come out and compete with that same, tip-top effort every night. But when everybody's, on a string and we're all working together, I think, like I said, we can be one of the very defensive teams in this league.
Steph, as one who's been a part of building defense from the ground up, like you did with the Mark Jackson squad, how is this going? Would you consider it to be faster than you expected? How have you guys gelled, and how would you compare it to when you did this in the past?
I think it's different because obviously Draymond is who he is, and he had that. He began that narrative back in the day where he could influence the game and would stuff show up in the stat sheet, and that was kind of tagline for him. He just made money plays, but he was still a young guy, really asserting himself in this league and becoming a dominant defensive player. And we had more of a traditional kind of roster where we can mix it up with size and speed and switching and all that type of stuff. With this squad, I think we're a lot faster, a lot more athletic across the board, but we have a lot more youth. So it's not really built on experience. It's just built on communicating day after day after day about how we are approaching that end of the floor. We still have some weaknesses, obviously, in terms of rebounding, and I think we did a better job tonight. But fouling has always been a consistent problem for us. But I think it's great that everybody's buying into that. Is effort and energy is going to help us get over the hump on that end of the floor, and bringing it every night can help us win games. And the last part is not letting it affect our offense. Our offense will affect our defense. Sorry for not making shots that we take our foot off the gas pedal on that end of the floor. So it's not always perfect, but the numbers are really solid in terms of how much better we've gotten.